Feliz miércoles! Happy Wednesday, científicos! How are you today? Sounds like we're all feeling a little so-so today. Well, I hope you're feeling well enough to continue learning. Of course you are. I know I can count on you to be ready to learn. I wanted to start our day by reviewing what we learned yesterday. I remember that I shared my research with you, and through that we learned that all living things breathe, grow, change, and need food and water. Using these facts, we were able to sort some of my beach items. Which item did we struggle to sort? Yes, the seaweed. And guess what, científicos? I did some research, and you're going to be a bit surprised. I was reading that plants get their food and water through the roots, and I realized that the seaweed I found had its roots, but it was just sitting on the shore. So I kept thinking, maybe the roots have to be planted for the seaweed to be able to eat and drink. But if it can't eat and drink, it might not be living. Scientists, this reminds me of the shells. They were once living, but then they weren't anymore. I wonder, oh, wait, that might end up being another research question. I'll save that for later. I'm glad we at least know where to put the seaweed now. I was also thinking last night while doing my research that yesterday I had mentioned growth and change as two things that living things do. But I realized that I didn't really explain those two concepts. Instead of telling you everything, I thought we could do an activity together that would help us better understand change and growth. I was thinking we could make a chart showing how humans grow. It would be great for us because we all have experience growing as humans. Knowing that we're going to have to draw and make some observations, can you infer what we'll need? See, we'll need our science notebooks and some writing utensils. Take a moment to gather those materials. Got mine. Awesome. Muy bien. I hope you're ready. Let's set up our notebooks by writing the date, page number, and a title. This entry will be called My Change and Growth. Feel free to copy what I write, or you can challenge yourself and sound it out without me. All right, February. Oops, February 3rd, 21. Nice. Page 10, page 11. Wow. And the title is My Growth and Change. Muy bien. Now, we're going to draw ourselves at different stages. I'm going to have more stages because I'm an adult, but you all should have the first same 3 as me. Just make sure yours are different by making the sketches look like you. But let me double check and make sure we know which stages there are. Scientists, does every human start as an adult like me? Is this how we're born? No, that would be a little ridiculous. We all start off as babies. After we're babies, we become toddlers. And this is when we're about 2 to 4 years old. For a couple years after that, humans are just children for a while. This is actually where most of you will stop your chart. On mine, I will continue to include when I was a teenager and then me now as an adult. In order for us to make these charts, I suggest that you turn your notebook sideways so that you can sketch. And make sure to include your A, B, C, D, E's. Are you ready to draw your 3 stages? Muy bien. Let's go ahead. Make sure to write the ages on top, and you can use the same ones that I use. So it's okay that our title and date are that way, and for us to rotate our pages. Oops. All right. So I said we all start as babies. I'm gonna draw a little baby. Well, it's a little skinny baby, but that's okay. And It's like 0 to 1. And then I said we were toddlers. And I know I'm a toddler here because I still don't have my glasses. And then I said for a while, we're just kids. Okay, so I'm gonna draw myself a little taller, and I let my hair grow out. Then I got glasses. Okay. And, oops. Well, Maestra's gonna be wearing a dress today because I made a mistake. And I said we're kids until we're 5 to 12. My chart is gonna go this way. After I was a kid, and then, teenager, duh. I'm gonna draw myself with a ponytail because I really liked ponytails when I was a teenager. And I'm gonna draw angry eyebrows because I was angry a lot. This is also when Maestra stopped growing. So when I draw my adult self, I'm gonna be the same. But we're teenagers, well, you're a teenager from 13 to 19. Not 18, but that's when we become adults. So I'm gonna draw myself the same height and with my hair straightened like it is today. My eyebrows are not so angry. And I'm wearing a V-neck with flowers and some jeans. And, right. Wow, buen trabajo. So let's see how I wrote the age of the stage. Hey, that rhymes. But did you see how I wrote the age of the stage over the sketches? These labels add more detail and remind us of what's going on in the sketch. I hope you also noticed the space that I left in between each sketch. I'm going to tell you what you'll be writing there. Scientists, I want you to continue exploring what growth and change mean on your own, but not completely alone. You're going to need to do some research with your family. I would like you to write the things that you were able to do at that stage of life and what you needed help with. For example, when you're a baby, what could you do? Could you chew, read, watch a video on YouTube? Did you need help with a lot of things? You'll need an adult's help today because there are just some things that we cannot remember from when we were babies. To get the answers and evidence you need, you can ask some adults in your home, what was I like when I was? And say the age you want to know about. For instance, I used to always ask my mom, what was I like when I was a toddler? And a funny memory she shared with me is that I always sat close to the TV because I complained that things were blurry. I eventually ended up needing glasses when I grew up, and that was a huge change. Hey, I just said change and grow in the same sentence. That reminds me, científicos, when you're done asking your family about your younger self, I want you to write these things into the chart in your notebook and think about how much you changed since you were a baby. What are things that you can do now that you couldn't do then? I'm certain you'll come up with a lot of things. So científicos, that's actually all the time we have together. I had a great time learning about our own change and growth. If you would like to share your chart with me, please do so by submitting it to our submission link. Gracias for learning with me, and mañana we will learn about a very interesting scientific concept. Nos vemos!